Test 1 2, test 1 2 3.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports
Test 1,
for
2.
many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over
Test 1, 2.
60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to this AACS 15 sports presentation. This game being played on May 1st, May Day 2025, a beautiful spring day at the new grass fields here at Attleboro High School as the Bombardiers get ready to host crosstown rivals, the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers. I'm Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman. Peter Bray is running our graphics. Jim Jones is the engineer in charge. Ty should be a good one for the Bombardiers. They're 9-3 on the season, 6-2 in the Hockomock League. Yeah. North is 7-4, 5-3 in the Hawk. HockomockSports.com has Taunton ranked number 1, KP ranked number 2, Attleboro 3, and North 4.
And that's in the league.
Yeah.
How about the state? The MIA division rankings as of last night, we are 7th in Division 1.
Wow. That's our highest ranking in a very long
Attleboro's
time.
in Division 2 for baseball.
Are they really?
And they were ranked, I thought that was 4th.
You mean North is
North
Division?
Attleboro.
Yep.
North
Yep.
Attleboro.
Yep.
And they're ranked 4th or 5th.
Wow.
They're very high in Division 2.
Well, they must have a great strength of schedule, again, playing teams like Taunton and King Philip. North, the only team to beat King Philip this year, a 3-2 victory a couple of games ago. Attleboro coming off a big 2-0 victory over Sharon yesterday. North lost a tough one to Oliver Ames by the score of 10-6. But you were at the game yesterday. Tell us about it.
Well, it was a pitcher's duel. It was a 2-0 win for Attleboro. And
Jeremy O'Hara
pitched the game of his life.
Yep.
And I have him as a 3-hit shutout.
Yep.
And get this, no walks and 7 strikeouts.
Wow. That's how to keep the pitch count down.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was what's the fastest high school game in history? We were getting there yesterday.
Yeah, Attleboro only had 3 hits in that game, but they were all in a row.
They were.
Mason Kolseski had a 1-out double. Ethan Palmer had a single, and then Kellen Jones knocked them both in with a 2-run single, and those were the winning runs.
Ethan's hit was a bunt single.
Really?
Yes, it was perfectly placed. And then there was a pass ball, but he also stole second. Ethan stole second. And that set up a second and third 2-run single.
Wow. Ethan Palmer heading to Bridgewater State University to continue playing his baseball career. Speaking of Bridgewater State, Mike Hart, who's been involved with the North program since the early 2000s, the head coach since 2018, like me, a Bridgewater State grad, the Harvard of Southeastern Mass.
Well,
it's the finest school in a 30-mile radius, and that includes Brockton High.
And it's not the only school.
Right. Attleboro, coached by Steve Dunley, played his college ball at Boston College, including an appearance against the Boston Fighting Red Sox in a spring training game.
And
MVP of his Turkey Day football game at Medfield High.
Okay. Wow.
And his son Tyler, who's 3-1 on the year, gets the starting pitching assignment today.
Yes.
He threw a 5-inning no-hitter his last time out, 1.4 miles from my house at Adams Field in Quincy.
So there's a story behind it. It was a consolation game in that tournament.
The Sully tournament.
I bought the Globe in Freeport, Maine that morning.
Yeah.
Because we were up watching the Sea Dogs. Yeah. And I had to find out the score of that game. And the Globe up in Maine had the other team winning.
Yes.
Quincy, 15-0.
Yes.
Boy, is that a mess.
I know. But that was a no-hitter for Tyler. In that game, Attleboro scored 13 runs in the top of the fifth to blow that game open, a 2-0 game. That was a huge game. So they won that one 15-0, and I got the notes on it here.
Yep.
Yeah, Tyler Dunley, a 5-inning no-hitter. Walked the first batter he faced. The next batter hit into a double play, and it was all downhill for Tyler from there. Michael Huntington, who led the Hawk in hitting last year with a .422 average. He's heading to UMass Dartmouth to join his big brother Jackson on that baseball team next fall. He had an outstanding game. Jackson Santos Fuentes had an RBI. He finished 4 for 4 with 2 doubles, actually 3 RBIs. Ethan Palmer had a triple, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored in that game as well. Attleboro followed that with an 8-4 win over Bishop Fien in a rivalry game, 13-5 over Foxborough, and then yesterday's 2-0 victory over Sharon. North Attleboro will bat first. They'll send up the outstanding Gio Martello. He starts and plays shortstop. He's also their best pitcher. Last year on the mound, he allowed just 32 hits. I'm sorry, at the plate as a hitter, he had where am I here? Yeah, played shortstop, hit .315 last year with 19 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. On base percentage of .420 with 9 RBIs and stole 12 bases. He'll be followed by today's starting pitcher, 3-sport athlete Brady Paradise, senior. Lucas Crovo will bat third and play right field. He had an interception against the Bombardiers on Thanksgiving Day in the Turkey Day game. And also played very well in North Super Bowl victory in Division III.
And a cleanup hitter at catcher. Now, that's always interesting to me.
Yes.
That's the Josh Gibson position.
There you go. Oof, from the old Negro Leagues. Yes, Nick Torres, the junior catcher, will hit cleanup. Attleboro's catcher is leading off. Bryce Silva, the junior, plays third base and hits fifth. Ethan Belanger, I think it's Belanger, might be Bellinger. He is a junior playing left field and hitting sixth. Hitting seventh is freshman Jimmy Charette, who I believe is called up from the JVs because he is not on our roster we got from Hawksports.com. He'll play first base and hit seventh.
Wow.
Evan Tatro, the junior, will play second base and hit eighth. And Dylan Brousseau, another 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, baseball, will play center field, and he can run like the wind. Attleboro defensively, Bennett will catch. McMahon, Chris McMahon, a.k.a. Tiny, will play third. Kolseski will play shortstop. Landers at second base. They're quite a middle infield combination. Captain Brady Irwin is back from a short injury stint at first base. The outfield, left to right, Kellen Jones, Jacob Betancourt in center field. He's heading to Gordon to play college. And Michael Huntington will be in right field with his cannon arm. It's about 355 or so down the left field line, about 330 down the right field line.
And we have a fence.
Yes. Here's the first pitch.
There we go.
Missing low. That's ball one. And as Tyler Hetu of the Sun Chronicle said, it's about a quarter mile to the center field fence.
Can I see it out there? Yeah, way out there.
Called strike on the outside edge.
It's like the old Polo Grounds.
Yes, that's just what our coach Westwater was saying.
Okay, here we go. We have to be the scoreboard. It's not functioning yet.
Tyler Dunley with his third pitch of the game. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
That was a beautiful curve, and it kind of hung for a second, and it's dropped.
1-2. Again, it was 3-1 on the season. Tyler committed to UMass Lowell. We'll give you stats from last year in just a second. Breaking ball hit up the middle.
Nice stab. First, our pitcher stabbed it on one hop. Beautiful.
Dunley grabs that. 1 up, 1 down after 4 pitches. Last year, Tyler Dunley was a second-team Hockomock League All-Star. Allowed only 10 earned runs in 38 innings pitched with a 1.84 ERA, 42 Ks in those 38 innings. Missed most of his sophomore year with an elbow injury. He's been a varsity player since he was a freshman. Here comes Brady Paradise, the left-handed hitter. Also an outstanding football player.
And starting pitcher tonight.
Yep. Ball 1 high. Hopefully we bring Tyler better luck. Probably his most difficult outing in his varsity career was the last game we covered against Franklin.
Yeah, that was a struggle. Control.
And again, still only allowed 3 runs. Foul down the first base line.
Oh, boy, that was close.
And just avoiding that was our base umpire, Stan McGarry, who played his high school sports at Stoughton.
But did you see how quick Huntington was over there to get that ball? Because he didn't know.
Yeah.
And he had to break. That would have been a double if it was fair.
He's outstanding in right field. Our home plate umpire is Stephen Keefe. Played his high school sports for the Canton Fighting Bulldogs. 1-1 to Paradise. Pitch is low, popped up to left. McMahon is back. Tiny makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. I was sitting next to his mom.
Yeah.
Up in the first game of the Quincy tournament. His older brothers gave him that nickname when he was just a little kid, and it stuck.
And he was tiny then?
No, I think it was sarcastic even then. But for a large man, he moves very, very well.
Oh, he's very graceful. And I don't say that lightly.
Lucas Crovo, a multi-sport athlete. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, Lucas, outstanding Thanksgiving Day game against the Bombardiers, and then even better in the Super Bowl victory in Division III for North. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Want to say hello to Jace Cousey's grandmother. Might be watching down in South Carolina. Hello, Wanda. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Ooh.
Ooh, did he call that a strike?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're a North fan saying, ooh, we will not argue with you.
It was a curveball, but it cut the edge.
1 ball, 2 strikes. On a beautiful spring day, about 69 degrees, light breeze blowing out to left. Just misses the outside corner, 2-2.
Okay, wow.
You see the catcher Bennett setting up outside that time.
Yeah. Well, it worked the pitch before.
Yeah.
Same location.
Breaking ball outside, and it's a full count.
All right, we got to get it in there. And he knows.
Yep.
And my guess is he's looking for a fastball. 3-2.
Here he comes. Missing outside, ball 4.
Was a fastball, but missed.
First walk he's allowed, so a runner is on with 2 outs. This brings up the number 4 hitter, junior catcher Nick Torres.
Not often do you see a catcher batting cleanup.
Yep. I believe this is his first year as the starter. Yep, takes over as catcher. Ooh, just misses to the right-handed batter.
He's keeping the ball away.
Bryce Silva is waiting on deck from the stretch. Short. Oh, the
There he
runner's
goes.
going.
Runner's going.
Fastball, called strike, stolen base.
Ooh.
1-1 is the count, but at second base with a steal is Lucas Crovo. You'd expect that kind of speed if someone who started in the defensive backfield for the Super Bowl champion North Attleboro football team.
I guess you would.
Yeah.
Run for your life.
Also played some receiver and running back. Time called by the batter. Practice swing taken by Torres.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that runner's thinking about stealing third.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably faking it.
Mason Kolcheski, the shortstop holding him on, goes back. That's low.
But that's smart because if you make that shortstop come over towards second, that opens that whole side of the infield.
Yep. Landers, the second baseman, now holding him. 2-1 is the count.
Yeah. That's what I think should happen.
Run it. Whoops, faked it. Curveball stays high, 3-1. Peter Bray running on graphics. He has the pitch count going for you on the screen, which you can see, but we can't. 17, he says. Thank you.
Well, the man can count.
Yes. Low, ball 4. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. What was it, Ty Waterman, that old Yankees manager Casey Stengel said about walks? Walks will kill you.
Well, he said a few things. When his first draft pick for the New York Mets was Hobie Landreth. He said, without a catcher, you got a problem.
Bryce Silva, the number 5 batter, junior third baseman, is up. Krovo hopping around. Kolseski coming behind him. Breaking ball, that stayed up.
Yeah, he's working the outside corner. Time for the inside corner.
1-0. Big number 21, Ty Dunley sets. Fastball,
Nice.
swing and a miss,
Nice.
1-1. I wonder if he wears 21 in honor of Roger Clemens.
No comment. I saw Clemens' last game with the Red Sox.
Really?
I did. I had tickets to it. I'll talk about it in a minute.
1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball stays up, or off speed pitch anyway. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Silva. Dunley retired the first 2 batters and has walked the next 2. Gentle wind blowing out to left. Called
nice,
strike.
nice step fastball.
Outside edge, 2-2.
Yep, hit the corner. 2-2, huh?
Yep.
All right.
It's our first game in this brand new grass field.
And springtime is here.
Curveball, strike 3.
Beautiful slow curve.
And Silva knew that.
He
and
froze the batter.
Yep. So for the Red Rocketeers, no runs, no hits, 2 runners left on base, no score after 1/2 inning of play. Bombardiers coming up right after this in AACS 15 Sports.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy, along with baseball historian, lifelong social worker, and Attleboro City Councilor Ty Waterman, Peter Bray on graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. What high school did you play again, Ty?
Valley Regional High School.
Yep.
Valley Regional High School in Deep River, Connecticut.
What
I grew up in Essex, though.
What towns went to Valley Regional?
Chester, Deep River, and Essex.
Ah.
And we probably had the fewest kids at the high school because half of my high school went to prep school.
Oh, okay.
Half of my town.
Yeah. Good news is Ty led his team in batting his senior year. Tell him the bad news, Ty.
It rounded up to 269. I want to improve it a little.
Yes. Pitching is Brady Paradise, the 3-sport athlete for North. Catching is Torres at third base, Silva. Martello's the outstanding shortstop. Tatro at second. The freshman Charette at first. The outfield left to right, Belanger, Brousseau, and Krovo. Attleboro will send up their catcher, Antonio Bennett, followed by second baseman Aiden Landers, and then right fielder, the outstanding Mikey Huntington. All 3 are seniors. Huntington led the Hawk in hitting last year with a .422 average, and he's having another dynamite year this year. I think yesterday's game against Sharon might be his only hitless game of the season.
Is that right? Sharon held him, huh?
Attleboro had 3 hits in that game and all in a row.
They were.
Yeah.
That's it. 3 in a row. But 1 bunt single, which might have been the key to the whole game.
Yeah.
And we haven't bunted a whole lot.
Yeah.
But we did that game right in the perfect spot.
You can feel the wind picking up a little bit behind us. Antonio Bennett, the speedy senior catcher. Brady Paradise gets ready to throw.
Name a major league catcher that led off.
Ball 1 low. Did Fran Healy ever lead off for the Kansas City Royals back in the 80s?
Wow, you were really digging.
Yeah. I know the Yankees this season had their catcher lead off a couple times. Can't remember the name. Low ball 2, 2-0. Can you think of one?
Give me some time. I didn't have an answer to my own question. But it's very rare.
Ball high.
I know who could have. Johnny Roseborough.
That's true.
He could have done it.
My brother John, who was the all-conference catcher at UMass his sophomore year in 1973, when Mike Flanagan was the all-conference pitcher for UMass, he had lead off a couple times. Called strike on a fastball down the middle on 3-0.
Well, the conception of a catcher was always slow-footed and overweight. And that's not what we see anymore.
No.
Not at the high school level.
I blame Yogi Berra for that ball high and inside. Attleboro with a leadoff runner on.
All right. We'll see if he gets a good lead.
This brings up Aiden Landers. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that. He's a good runner, though.
This brings in number 4 for the Bombardiers, Devin Fagan.
They did that yesterday, too. They used the courtesy runner.
This brings up Aiden Landers, who's done a dynamite job at second base. He and Kolseski have turned a few double plays. From the stretch, fastball, first pitch swinging, popped.
So how many times can you use a courtesy runner in the course of a game for a player?
For a pitcher and catcher, courtesy runners are limitless.
Limitless.
Yep.
All right. And for the rest of the position?
The pitch runner can be inserted and taken out once. If he's inserted a second time, they've got to stay in.
Okay.
Nice curveball from Paradise. 0-2 to Landers.
That was a good curve.
Yep.
All right.
Short lead for Fagan off first. Now takes an extra step. 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses high. 1-2.
Right in the edge.
Attleboro bench getting a little loud. The runner is going.
He's
Curveball.
going.
Call strike 3. Stolen base.
That would have been close if he caught it, but the bounce past the second baseman on one hop.
So it's a first out on a called strike 3 to Landers and a stolen base for Fagan. This brings up Mikey Huntington, whose sister had a goal in the lacrosse game yesterday. Tough 17-13 loss to a dynamite Foxborough team.
Yeah.
Left-handed batter, open stance.
There's a beautiful hit.
To right center field.
In the gap.
Fagan
it's rolling and it's rolling.
Fagan hits third. He'll come home.
He's coming. Yep.
Huntington will go for 3. Here comes the throw.
Slide.
Safe.
Yep, he slides.
RBI triple.
Nice triple.
For Mikey Huntington.
What a big hit.
And the Blue Bombardiers lead 1-0. To right center field. That was first pitch, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That rolled almost to the fence, and I'm going to say that's probably 370 out there.
In the gap, yeah.
In the gap.
Yep.
It goes way out.
Swing and a miss by Jeremy O'Hara, the outstanding junior DH. Just a little in front of that curveball.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to hit a center field home run.
No, I don't. Maybe if they let him hit it twice.
Maybe if Ralph Kiner comes back.
Another curveball. And it's just like that, 0-2 to O'Hara.
All right. Who pitched a wonderful game yesterday.
7-inning complete game. No walk, 7-hit shutout. Call strike three on the inside corner. Second strikeout for Paradise.
He's got a good curveball.
Yes.
Really got to watch for that. And he goes for that with 2 strikes.
Yeah. Mason Kolseski.
Very steady ball player.
Breaking ball
And
down the third baseline. Great stop by Silva. Long throw across the diamond in time. 5-3 if you're scoring at home.
The fielder saved a run there.
Outstanding play by Silva. That gets a star in my book.
You backhand at third base.
For the Bombardiers, 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left on base, and after 1 full inning, it's 1-0 Bombardiers. We'll be back on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy and Ty Waterman with you. Tyler Dunley threw 23 pitches in the first inning. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters for North here in the top of the second. Ethan Belanger, Jimmy Charette, the freshman, and Evan Tatro, the junior second baseman. One of them gets on. Drew Brousseau, the number 9 hitter, will get a shot.
You're pretty good at your American French. I'm sure going to hear a story
Problem
about
is,
that.
I moiter the King's English most times. First pitch, ground ball up the middle. Kolseski across. Throw is wide. We're going to call that an infield hit.
It is. He stabbed it right near the base, but a little high on the throw.
Whoops.
On the other hand, if you had to twirl around, you'd be lucky to even make it to first base.
Oh, especially this. But tell you, if we get to the 5th inning and he hasn't allowed any other hits, we might revisit that scoring call. So infield hit in the first pitch. Jimmy Charette is up, freshman, playing first base. Low, ball 1. Runner is going to go, and we're going to call that a pass ball. Tough call against the catcher, Bennett, but
sort of dribbled out of his glove.
Yep.
Not very far, but far enough.
Good heads-up base running by
he was
Ethan
off.
Belanger, yep. So it's 1-0.
Runner on second.
Charette. Swears to bunt. Hard bunt fielded by Dunley. He'll have to go to first and get the out. Throws to Landers. Runner moves to third on a successful set. Off the base.
Oh, boy. He didn't touch the base.
So who are we calling that error on?
Not the pitcher. He did the right thing.
Okay, still a sack.
So
we're going to call that E4.
Yeah, you do.
He missed the base. But it still counts as a sacrifice, not an at-bat. But now there are runners at the corner, no outs. And Evan Tatro is up.
I think you play back, try to get a double play.
Which is just what the Bombardiers are doing. He squares to bunt, called strike, fastball on the outside edge. Again, the game in high school is to record 21 outs.
It's interesting. 2 batters in a row have tried to bunt.
Mike Hart with some old school stuff. Obviously, he doesn't have major league analytics guys on his staff, thank heavens.
Another bunt.
Runner at first is going. Foul ball.
Yeah.
So it's 0-2.
Okay, show us a bunt now. Foul ball on a 2-strike bunt. That'll take you out of the batter's box.
Louis Tion tried that in the '75 World Series.
For those who might not know, that's a strikeout
Right.
if that happens.
Curveball or off-speed pitch up in the zone, foul back over our heads. Count remains 0-2. I'm used to the Bristol glass parking lot being over that side of the backstop. Wait to hear the sound of the cracking windshield.
We're going to have to simulate one.
Was that a pickoff throw to first base? Yes, it was. Back in time was Charette.
First and third, no outs.
Belanger at third, Charette at first. 0-2 count to Tatro. Called strike.
You're out. Three strikes.
That is the second strikeout of the game for Tyler Dunley.
Now the question is, will they try 3 straight bunts?
Dylan Brousseau is up, left-handed batting center fielder, also plays football and basketball. Runner is going. Called strike, off-speed pitch, stolen base. You could call that defensive indifference, but
well,
we'll go with stolen base.
We gave it to him once he got a big jump.
Considering stealing bases was the only thing I was elite at in high school baseball, we'll give him the steal.
Well, we'll have to learn about that. Your career as a stealer.
Did not go. Check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike, right, Peter?
Well, we got the infield in.
Yep.
No runs yet. Second and third, 1 out.
Breaking ball just misses the inside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. Attleboro's got a pitcher warming. Can't see who that is. Just misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brousseau. Waiting on deck, the leadoff hitter, Gio Martello, one of the best in the Hawk.
Here it comes.
Misses.
No,
Called strike.
Called strike. Over the ankles.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I should say the knees.
Yep. And the strike zone is that little cup below the knee.
Well,
technically.
The batter was running down to first.
Yep. Which, trust me, as an umpire, you don't want to do. Subconsciously, that expands the strike zone.
Yes, I
the man
think
calling
it
the
does.
pitches.
Big pitch.
Big lead at second base.
Ooh.
High, ball 4.
A little high.
So North fans are saying the ball knows. 3 walks. 3rd walk already for Dunley. And here we go, Gio Martello. Ground back to the pitcher his first time up last year.
So you got a question here.
Yep.
Do you bring the infield in? You play them halfway?
Now they're playing double play depth.
They are.
Again, fouled off to the right. 0-1, I think, with a leadoff hitter back up. They're looking for the double play against the number 9 batter there.
Well, Tiny's on the edge of the grass at third. If he gets a hard grounder, he's going home.
Yes. Otherwise, we'll try to turn 2. 19 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, a home run last year for Martello. 315 average, second on the team with 9 RBIs. He made the second team HockomockSports.com All-Stars last year. Breaking ball, nice stop to save a run by the catcher, Bennett. 1-1.
Still a 1-0 ball game. Attleboro leads. Let's keep it that way.
To the set with bases stacked. 1 out, top of the second. 1-0 Attleboro. Misses outside.
Just missed it by a hair.
2-1.
They're not biting at that outside corner.
Left fielder Kellen Jones over towards left center. Popped up to short center field.
Jammed him.
Making the catch is Betancourt. Here comes the throw home. 1 hop. Safe at the plate. Sacrifice fly. RBI for Martello.
That was a great throw though.
Yep.
It was right on the line. 1 hop.
Whoops. So that's a sacrifice fly that gets red ink for the RBI. And we're tied at 1. Scoring was Belanger. Moving to third was Charette, staying at first.
But I have
Was
to
Brousseau.
compliment Jacob Betancourt because he thought he had a chance at him, and he really made a nice throw.
That throw is 3 or 4 feet to his right, our left. Might have been a closer play. Paradise at a 1-1 pitch. Popped up to third. We're going to call that a wild pitch, allowing Brousseau to advance to second base. What did I miss? I had my head down, Ty.
I did too.
Bennett must have thrown the ball over the pitcher's head. So on an E2.
E2.
Wow, the run comes home to make it 2-1 North. Wow. So moving to second on the wild pitch was Brousseau, and scoring on the errant throw for the catcher back to the pitcher. There's a swing and a miss to Paradise. What do you got for a count, Peter? 1-1, thank you.
Charette scored the run.
Yep.
Yeah, North Attleboro first baseman.
2-1, 2 outs. Runner still in scoring position with a 1-1 count. Oh, a shot to center field.
He's got
Line
it.
drive.
Line drive. He's got it.
That gets an L8, well-hit ball by Paradis. I think that's poor coaching by Mike Hart. He hit that ball too hard, Ty.
He really smashed it. But
Yep. What do you got?
Betancourt fielded well that inning.
Yes, he did. What do you got for a pitch count, Peter? 43 pitches through 2 innings. So North, Red Rocketeers making Dunley work today. 2-1 North after 1.5 innings. Attleboro coming up on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls
find
AC,
out.
8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. So in that top of the second, 2 runs on 1 hit, the infield hit by Bellinger. 2 Attleboro errors leading to both runs being unearned. RBI sacrifice fly for Martello. The Bombardiers now trailing by 1 as they come up to bat for the second time. They'll send their 6, 7, 8 batters. Kellen Jones, who was a captain in football. Brady Irwin, a captain in basketball and baseball, followed by Jacob Betancourt, the speedy center fielder heading to Gordon College. Paradise getting ready for his second inning of work. Just needed 14 pitches in that first inning. Oh, and the Bombardiers, yep, they just had 1 hit as well.
Yeah,
The triple by Huntington for the RBI.
they're tied in hits, 1 apiece.
Good throw down to second base. Yep.
We both got caught
Yeah.
without seeing that return throw by a catcher. Because we're marking down what happened, but
Again, our home plate umpire, Steve Keith, played his high school sports with the Canton Bulldogs, and Stan McGarry, who played at high school at Stoughton, is on the bases. Here comes the first pitch to Mason Kolseski. I said Jones was leading off. I was wrong. Slow roller. Nice job by Silva across the diamond to Charette. And that's going to be my second play in a row with a star for Silva.
5-3.
Brady, whoops. No, that was Kellen Jones. Okay, I was right the first time.
Brady Irwin's coming up.
Here comes Brady Irwin. Righty throws, curveball, called strike.
This kid's got a good curveball.
It's been his best pitch so far today. We're early.
Brady Paradis.
Beautiful, cloudless spring day. Just misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brady Irwin. First guard off the bench for an outstanding Blue Bombardier basketball team. High and in, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Where's Brady going to college?
I'm not sure.
We don't know yet.
He had 3 RBIs in Attleboro's 13-0 win over Oliver Ames earlier this year. Swing and a miss at a beautiful pitch in the inside part of the plate, 2-2.
I would look for that curveball outside corner again.
Gets the sign.
Oh, it's one hopper.
Yeah, that was your classic 58-foot slider, I think. 3-2. Excuse me.
If it's near, you got to swing. If it's close.
Wind picking up a bit. Curveball up top, swing and a miss. That's the 3rd strikeout for Paradise. First swinging, 2 outs. This brings up Jacob Betancourt. Betancourt's played an outstanding center field this
Yes,
year.
he
Also
has.
had some relief work pitching. Called strike, off-speed pitch on the outside edge.
That's a nasty curveball, that slow curvy, Scott.
Chris McMahon on deck. Curveball, stays with it, lofts it to short left, running in and making the sliding catch is Belanger.
That was a great catch.
That's my 3rd star for a nice defensive play for North Attleboro. 3 up, 3 down for the Bombardiers. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, and after 2 full innings, they trail North 2-1 on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS. We get ready for the top of the 3rd inning. Whoops, I got to flip my score sheet over.
Each team has 1 hit.
Yep.
The runs and the errors are different.
Lucas Crovo was up, led the team in RBIs last year with 11, I believe, or was it 12? Looks at ball 1 low. He reached on a walk and stole second in the top of the 1st. The 3rd base coach, I think that's Jake Palmer for North, who had 9 home runs his senior year. Then played at Bridgewater State. Fouled off to
How'd he do at Bridgewater?
1-1. We didn't get that far in the conversation. We started talking about me not making the team my sophomore year when I went out for fall baseball. That's when I found out they didn't need a Punch and Judy hitting 3rd baseman. Rarely struck out, but rarely hit it out of the infield. That's not going to work for college baseball. Called strike on a breaking pitch on the outside edge, 1-2.
All right, that was a good curveball.
Yep. Called strike.
That's a great curveball. Okay, right in the outside corner. And they cut way down. His curveball just dives into the ground.
3rd strikeout. All 3 looking for Tyler Dunley. This brings up Nick Torres, the junior catcher. He reached in a walk in the top of the 1st. Just a bit low, 1-0.
Well, something's going to give today. Both teams are in the top 10 of their Division I and Division II rankings in the state.
Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, HockamockSports.com has Taunton number 1 in the league. I think King Philip's going to take that spot. Right now they're number 2 with an 11-1 record. Ball high. Attleboro 3, North Attleboro 4, Foxborough 5, Milford on the edge at 6. 2-1.
Who beat King Philip? It was recent.
Rats. It was after they knocked off. King Philip beat. King Philip lost to North. Yeah, North Attleboro beat King Philip 3-2.
North Attleboro beat him.
3-1. Line shot to left center field. Going back over the head of Jones.
Right to the
wall's
fence.
a long way away. 2 bases for Torres, and he stops there. A double to left center field.
It was a long one.
Second hit of the game for the Rocketeers.
The cleanup hitting catcher, Nick Torres.
Yep. So 1 out, runner in scoring position for Bryce Silva, who looked at a 2-2, called third strike to end the top of the first. And we have a courtesy runner, I believe, number 2. Oh, no, that's Nick Torres. He was just shedding some padding, I think. Bryce Silva's up. Ball low. 1-0.
North Attleboro dugouts coming alive.
Kolseski holds the runner back to short. Called strike on the inside edge, 1-1. That might have been Dunley's best pitch or best fastball. I can't tell the difference between a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer, but good play-by-play men can. Timeout.
Well, I could be wrong, but I think a 4-seamer rises more.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking to a guy. I was the 4th pitcher on my team. As a batting practice pitcher, my pitch was a knuckle curve.
Curveball. Oh, wow. Curveball high, 2-1. 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball. I could swing and miss at both of them, Ty.
You could? You gave them equal treatment.
Yes, exactly. Curveball. Ooh, just misses high, 3-1. Of course, if I had 2 strikes on me, then I would choke up on my 33-inch Nellie Fox bat and ground out meekly to second base.
That shouldn't happen with a Nellie Fox bat. At least you hit the ball.
3-1. Ball 4.
Ball 4. That was low.
That is Tyler Dunley's 4th walk.
Yeah.
Which is rare for Tyler. Tyler's 3-1 on the season. And I don't think he's going to want to see us again because the 2 games that we've been here where he started, he hasn't quite had his A game.
Our manager,
so it's our fault, not his.
Our manager, Coach Dunley, is coming to the mound. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players gathered around.
The entire infield.
Just give him a breather.
Bennett's catching, McMahon at third, Kolseski at short, Landers at second, Irwin at first. Outfield left to right, Jones, Betancourt, and Huntington. Bennett the catcher.
All right.
Here comes Ethan Belanger, had an infield hit.
Which started the rally in the last inning.
Curveball, nice stop by Bennett, 1-0. Had an infield hit, reached second on a pass ball. Score on the sacrifice fly by Martello. But got into third base on a E4 on a sacrifice bunt. Misses 2-0.
What they're looking for is a fastball right down the pike. And he's trying to avoid that.
Wind pick it up a little bit, blowing out to left. Fastball on the inside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. So he's landed that fastball in the inside corner twice in this inning. Wasn't able to land that pitch in the first 2.
I think he needs to go with his fastball more.
Again, Tyler heading to UMass Lowell. Called strike.
That's it. 2 strikes, fastball. He's had trouble with the curve, so you got to get the pitch in that you can at least hit the spot you want to hit. He's got a good fastball.
What I love about Attleboro, Bennett, the catcher, calls the pitches. Slow grounder to Kolseski. He's going to go across the diamond.
Nice pickup by Brady Irwin.
Scoops 6-3 if you're scoring at home. Runners move up a base, so now at third base is Torres. Second base is Silva.
That scoop by Brady might have saved a run or two.
Yep.
He can stretch.
Jimmy Charette is up. Had a sacrifice bunt. Reached first when Landers, the second baseman covering first, missed the bag. Call strike on the outside edge, 0-1.
I was a little surprised by that call.
No, the umpire he was emphatic, and he's a lot closer than we are. Low, nice stop, Bennett, 1-1. What do you got for a pitch count, Peter?
63.
63 pitches, and we're just in the top of the third inning.
1-1.
64, thank you. Tyler Dudley-like. The big righty throws. That's a strike. Fouled back over our head, 1-2.
Okay. Well, the cars are safe now in back of us because there aren't any. Just a little girl.
If someone's mowing the lawn back there, they might be in
Oh.
danger. No one
Oh,
is,
yeah.
but if they were.
Well,
Mark LaFontaine, Mr. Blue Pride after that. Fastball,
Center
lofted
field,
into
center
center field.
field.
Betancourt moves to his right, looks up and makes the catch
he's got it in his back pocket.
for the third out. So for the Rocketeers, no runs on one hit. 2 runners left on base for a total of 3 in the game. And after 2.5, they lead the Bombardiers 2-1 on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Correction and amplification for North. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 Attleboro errors. North has left 5 runners on base. Both the runs were unearned. They lead Attleboro 2-1. And the Bombardiers will send up Chris McMahon. Tiny, yes.
Tiny.
And then the top of the order, Bennett, followed by Landers.
Tiny's going to Quinnipiac.
Yes.
That's a good school.
Beautiful campus in New Haven.
Yes. Well, just outside.
Yep.
Just outside.
Just north of New Haven,
Yeah,
off the Merritt Parkway.
Yep.
In the mountain range, I think they call that the sleeping giant if you're driving down the Merritt Parkway and look to your right. And it looks like a giant reclining.
There's a big rock up there.
Yeah. My buddy, I was a class of 76 at Westboro High. My buddy Clay Borglum was class of 77. He went to Quinnipiac his freshman year to play hockey. Don't get the wrong idea. They were Division III then. Now they're Division I. But amazingly, because he was on the hockey team, they gave him a roommate on the hockey team who was a senior. So Clay was living a senior's lifestyle as a freshman. Suffice to say, Ty, there was no year 2 at Quinnipiac.
Was there a year 2 anywhere else?
UMass Amherst, where on the day they moved into the towers in the Southwest Cement City, he was on like the 16th floor. They're throwing paper airplanes out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Smoking was still cool then, so someone put lighter fluid on one of the planes. They lit it on fire and tossed it out the window, so he was on campus for 22 minutes and already under suspension. Ball 1 low to left-handed hitting Chris McMahon.
That could be an all-time record.
Might be. Brady Paradis.
All right,
Paradise.
watch his back control. It's beautiful.
Call strike on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. McMahon can go to all fields of the ball.
He can, but he's very good at hitting to the left field.
Upper part of the zone, catches the upper edge of the strike zone, 1-2.
He's a left-handed swinger.
Yep.
2 strikes.
Call strike 3 as it catches the outside edge.
Curveball.
4th strikeout for Paradise, and 3 of them looking.
Probably all on curveballs.
Yeah, really. Top of the order. Bennett walked, stole second base, and scored on Mikey Huntington's RBI triple to right center in the bottom of the first.
And that was our offense.
Yep. Ball one low. Torres sacrificing the body a bit. That bruise will show tomorrow. Steve Dunley coaches third base. Coach Westwater coaches first. His son called strike on the outside edge, 1-1. Coach Westwater's son has been with the hockey team as a goalie since he was in 8th grade. I think he made the All-Star team in the Hockomock League last winter. Had a great season. Up high, 2 balls, 1 strike.
You make the Hockomock All-Star as an 8th grader?
No. Last year as a sophomore.
Okay. Just checking.
Good. That wasn't. I was moitering the King's English that time. You're right. Called strike. He's
got a terrific curveball.
You know, my wife Carol, who's a wordsmith, warns me against using dangling participles in sentences when I'm calling games. Foul tip, strike 3. Nice job by the catcher Torres, and that's the 5th strikeout.
This would be a wonderful spot to try a bunt.
So 6 out of the 8 outs recorded by North, 5 have been strikeouts. Landers is up, 2 outs, nobody on. Ty's calling for a bunt.
I am.
Yep. Landers struck out looking on a 1-2 pitch his first time. Paradise steps off. There's
a one-hopper.
There's that 58-foot slider again.
Yes. He's trying for the outside corner most of the time, and with curveballs and sliders, if that's what you think he threw.
Fastball fouled off to the right, 1-1. Talking to head coach Mike Hart, trying to get the pronunciation right because his older brother was also an outstanding multi-sport athlete. Started calling him Paradise, and then because there's no E on that, I thought that was wrong. I went with Paradis. I went with Paratus.
I would have said Paratus.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Curveball.
There he goes. It's like a bunt. It's up.
No, off the plate.
It's off the
I think
plate.
it bounced off the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
If it bounces off the plate, it's still fair, right?
But off the plate, off the catcher, and then onto the field.
Ah.
Yep. But and I kept meaning to clarify it with North coaches before the games and kept forgetting until today when I clarified it with Mike Hart. Ground ball, that'll be foul.
Just
by
barely
Silva.
foul.
So when his older brother was a junior in high school, I got it right. It's Paradise. For the next 3 years since then, I've gotten it wrong. And finally, in Brady's senior year, we got it right again. I believe it's French.
Is there a moral to this story?
When you don't know how to pronounce someone's name, ask the coaches.
Go.
Swing and a miss in the dirt.
Out. 2-3.
That is the 6th strikeout. And that time an assist for the catcher, put out for the first baseman. So they've retired. Paradise has retired 8 Attleboro batters in order since the Huntington triple, and Huntington will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
No runs, no hits, nobody left after 3 full. 2-1 North Attleboro on AACS 15 Sports.
I guess his pitch count is.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and the AACS YouTube channel. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, feel free to hit the like button.
If you like.
If you like. You can also leave a comment or subscribe to the YouTube channel to keep up with all Attleboro Blue Bombardier sports. This will be, whoops, wrong side of the score sheet again. It's the consistency that amazes
number
me.
8 hitter.
Yeah, Evan Tatro, followed by Dylan Brousseau, and then the top of the order, Gio Martello. Slow roller to
Very
Dunley.
slow. First base.
Underhand to Irwin.
1-3.
And Tyler had thrown 66 pitches through 3 innings, so to get a one pitch out is big.
Yeah, it helps. Because there's a limit of 115, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan Brousseau walked, was left at second, squares to bunt, called strike. That looked like a late break on that pitch.
All right, so Tiny is creeping in at third base.
A little bit low, 1-1.
Daring him to try to bunt again.
Yep. Brousseau, the center fielder, which is Latin for really fast. Ground ball to
Right to
McMahon.
Tiny.
A bullet
Nice
across the
play
diamond.
at third. By
5-3 if you're scoring at home. So that's good. 4 pitches so far. This brings up the top of the order. Martello grounded back to Dunley on a 1-2 pitch, and then had the sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the top of the second.
yeah, Chris McMahon did. Hell, he handled that one very well.
Curve low, ball 1.
You know what I liked about that is he took no time.
Yes.
He threw it over there immediately. Sometimes if you take too long to do that, you can regret it.
Yes. Called strike. That pitch tailed inside towards the batter late. 1-1. Breaking ball, hard hit. Ooh, takes a big hop to Kolseski. Across the mound, a 1-2-3 inning.
6-3.
And 3 is 6. A 7-pitch inning for Tyler Dunley. Boy, did he need that. After 3.5 innings, it's 2-1 North Attleboro on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. We mentioned Coach Westwater's son, who's an outstanding goaltender for the hockey team. Should have mentioned his 2 daughters, who are also outstanding athletes. One of them playing field hockey at Bridgewater State right now. The Harvard of Southeastern Mass. And considering at least 2 members of the North Attleboro coaching staff went there.
So how many men do you know that have played field hockey?
I called 4 field hockey championship games last fall.
Did you?
Somerset Berkeley won their 3rd state title. They've only won state titles when boys have been on the team.
So my daughter played varsity field hockey in Foxborough.
Yep.
And every year I got to be the goalie.
Oh.
The parents versus the players.
Did they let you guys use both sides of the sticks?
I just tried to block a ball and hope it wouldn't come to me.
Bombardiers will send up Mikey Huntington. Hit .422 last year. Another great season this year. He had an RBI triple to right center field to knock in Attleboro's only run.
All right.
Jan had enough?
No, Jan has a little business to do.
Oh, okay. Long walk all the way over to Tozer Cassidy Field.
That far?
Yep.
I just pointed in that direction. I didn't tell her how far. Well.
Here we go. Brady Paradise has been outstanding. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And he's recorded 8 straight outs since Huntington's RBI triple. Low in the zone, called strike.
He did throw him a curve.
Yep.
I wouldn't throw a second one. It'll be coming into this lefty slugger.
Center fielder shading right center. That's blasted to left center field.
Perfect.
That's going to find
location.
a gap.
It's going.
Still rolling.
Rolling to the fence.
Huntington getting to second. He's looking for his
going
second triple
for it.
of the game.
Standing up.
Slides in.
We didn't have to go.
2
Beautiful
at-bats for
triple.
Mikey Huntington. 2 triples. 1 to right center, 1 to left center.
And that was a curveball that
Yeah.
the pitcher would have loved to have had back, because it's coming right into him perfectly. His swing is geared to left center.
Yeah. He'll be joining his big brother Jackson at UMass Dartmouth, where Jackson's a pitcher next year. Ball 1 outside to Jeremy O'Hara. Struck out looking on an 0-2 pitch the first time up.
You know, there's a record that I don't know. Who hit the most triples in a game in the major leagues?
Wow.
Somebody's going to find out. Go to your phones.
Swing and miss, 1-1. Throw down to first. Back in time is Huntington. Late swing by Jeremy.
All right, now we got to hit the ball.
Jeremy Jr. DH, winning pitcher yesterday.
Yeah,
Lofts
it's in
that
the-
to left
it's in the
center
outfield.
field. And that's going to
That's
find
going.
daylight.
All right.
That'll be an RBI double.
Beautiful.
And we're tied at 2.
They're almost the exact same
Yes.
location.
A triple to left center and then a double to left center. And we're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th.
How quick things can change.
1, 2, 3, 4 on 5 pitches. Here comes Mason Kolseski, the senior shortstop. Played his first 2 years at Bishop Hendricken. And as we mentioned in our last broadcast, as I said to him, if he could play hockey, he'd still be at Hendricken.
So I went through all the games that I've scored this year, all but 2 of them, and he's had a hit in every game I've been to.
Wow. Austin Talifer is the pinch runner.
Yeah. Mason has got to be hitting over 300.
Looks like Talifero, but it's pronounced Talifer, I believe. And he's on second base. He held on by the shortstop. Low, nice stop by the catcher Torres. 1-0 to Mason. Mason ground out to third on a nice play by the third baseman Silva in the
Needless
bottom
to
of the
say,
first.
there's a huge hole between second and third.
Yep. Low, another stop by Torres. 2-0.
The shortstop is covering second
Yep.
in case of a pickoff, and the second baseman isn't moving.
Yep. Second
So-
baseman is Tatro. Shortstop's the outstanding Gio Martello.
Yeah. It's not what I would do.
Curveball fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mason. And you can't see this on the camera, but behind us is the bullpen for North Attleboro, and there's a cute little girl in there playing in the dirt around home plate. Look
I was
over
going to
your
ask you, is she warming up?
2 balls, 1 strike. Tie game, runner in scoring position. Breaking ball, slow roller to Silva. Holds the runner across the diamond in time. Perfect fundamental play by the third baseman Silva. 2 outs. Nope,
Mason-
1 out, sorry.
So Mason's grounded to third both times. And
Kellen Jones is up. He grounded out to third. Also
Yeah.
another nice play by Silva. 1 out, runner in scoring position, tied at 2. Kellen had the 2-run single to knock in Attleboro's only 2 runs yesterday in a 2-0 win over Sharon.
in
Great
the dirt,
stop.
in the dirt. Catcher's on that.
By Torres, 1 and
He
0.
blocked it.
Kellen had a couple of touchdown receptions in football last season from his sophomore brother, Braden Jones, the quarterback.
It's only going to get better.
Yes. Here comes the 1-0. Up high, 2-0. That's about as high as Paradise has thrown a pitch all day.
I'm going to guess that he's going to go for another curve in the outside corner and go to right field if he does it. Oh, fastball.
Swinging and a miss, 2 balls, 1 strike to Jones, low and inside.
Yeah, exactly what I didn't say.
As my friends used to say to me, keep talking, Ty, that way we know you're not thinking.
No comment.
Second baseman holding the runner. That
There's
stays
your
up.
curve. high and outside.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So you go with your best pitch right now. What's his best pitch? I guess
According to you, it's been the hook.
Yeah, but I think he'd do a fastball.
Fastball, slow grounder. Silva ranges to his left, fields it across the diamond in time. Runner going to third.
He's safe.
And he's safe. He's
gotta be
call
safe.
him out.
Wow.
A double play. And the umpire seems to be indicating that he slid outside the bag. And again, he's closer than we are. So that's your classic 5 to 3 to 5 double play.
Wow.
Wow. Big play for North. The Bombardiers get 1 run to tie it up on 2 hits. They have a total of 3 in the game. No North Attleboro errors and nobody left on base as a result of the double play. 5 to 3 to 5.
I don't think I've ever seen that play before.
Wow. I can't well, I'm sure I have at some point, but I can't recall when. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports.
We have a doozy of a game
yes,
going
we
here.
do. Our base umpire, Stan McGarry, seemed to indicate that the slide into third base by Attleboro's pinch runner Talaferro, that he was to the outfield side of the bag and that his foot did not hit the bag and the tag was there in time. He was right on top of the play. We weren't. I'm not going to doubt his judgment.
We don't have a good view of the top end of the plate.
Brady Paradis has a base hit on the first pitch into right center field. He had popped out to third and lined out to the center fielder Betancourt. In the top of the 5th, he's on a first pitch single.
Perfect placement. Ground ball just between first and second.
Yep. So that's the 3rd hit of the game for North. North has 2 runs.
Each team has 3 hits.
And that was a called strike. Well, let me do this. Oh, hold on here. Called strike to Lucas Crovo, who was walked, stolen a base, and struck out looking. Where am I?
He's off.
Runner is going. Hit to Kolseski.
Gotta go to first.
Across to first. In time. Nice stretch by Brady Irwin.
That's called a hit and run.
Yes. So this is base hit. Right field. So then he moves to second. 6-3 on the out at first. This brings up Nick Torres, who was walked in the first inning. And in the 3rd inning, had a double, and I didn't write where that double went. Right.
Went outside the infield.
And then was stranded at third base. Breaking ball. That's hammered to right field.
He's got
Huntington
it.
comes
He's
in.
got it.
Makes the catch. Runner was off the bag.
Oh,
Near double play.
He threw to second,
Yep.
almost nailed the runner trying to get back.
That's an L9 for line drive out. 2 outs quickly as Dunley had a tough first.
Mikey Huntington's having an all-star day.
Yeah.
He really is.
Steve Dunley had a tough first 2 1/3 innings. And since the walk to Silva, the number 5 batter, he has been on.
Yeah,
his 3, 4,
control is
5.
better now.
He's retired 7 of the last 8 batters he's faced. What was that first pitch?
Strike.
Thank you. To Bryce Silva, who was struck out looking, walked, and was stranded at second. We're in the top of the 5th. Nice stop by Bennett. Thrown to third base, but in time. That's going to be a wild pitch, allowing Paradise to advance to third.
It would have been a steal if it hadn't been a wild pitch. He had a big jump.
Let's see if that's Paradise still there running or if there's a Nope, that is Paradise. I don't need no stinking courtesy runner.
Well, yeah.
1-1. Yep.
They like to let their pitchers run.
1-1's the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the swing and a miss. Yeah, Tyler looks like a different pitcher the second
2
half
strikes,
of his appearance
2
today.
outs. Here we go.
Fastball hammered to left field. That's going to be an RBI single.
Oh, man, double.
That's going to be an RBI double as it gets by Jones. And we're not going to call that an error. That was a double either way. If he made it to third, we would have called that an error. We're going to call that a double.
Is he all right?
Bryce Silva.
Well, he tried to backhand it,
Yep.
and that ball was curving away from him.
Oh, that's an RBI, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's my red pen for that. Into left field. The RBI. 3-2 North. Scoring was Paradise. 2 outs. First pitch swinging. Blooped into right field. Betcourt has it. Runners coming home. And he'll score standing up. And that's going to be a base hit and an error.
Yeah.
It's going to be a base hit and an EA.
RBI.
Yep. For Ethan Belanger, who had reached on an infield hit and scored a run and grounded out to shortstop on a nice play by Kolseski.
Bryce Silva scored the run.
Yep. 4-2 North. 2 runs in now. And
North's
here comes
dugout is erupting.
Jimmy Charette had a sacrifice bunt where he reached on an error and flown out
Ooh,
to
hit in
center
the
field.
shoulder. Hit by pitch. It's time to calm down.
That's 4 walks and 1 hit batter. So just since I said Tyler was back in good form, I cursed him. So this brings up Tatro.
0 for 2.
Ball high. He struck out looking and grounded back to the pitcher.
We got to stop the stop North Attleboro right here.
Trying to see who's warming up for Attleboro. That's not going to work. Catches the outside edge.
Jan, go get the number, please.
1 ball,
My
1
wife's going to
strike.
get the number of who's warming up.
Don't worry.
She'll get it.
Jan's got it. Oh, he's already gone. Oh. No, he's already gone. Don't worry. Here comes the next pitch. Blooped towards right, foul territory. Huntington charging in
What
and
a
makes
play.
the catch.
That was foul, too.
Yes, it was.
A foul ball, and he caught it.
That's the all-around athleticism of Mikey Huntington. That gets a start, for North Attleboro. 2 runs on 3 hits. 2 runners left on base for a total of 7 in the game. And heading into the bottom of the 5th, North Attleboro leads Attleboro 4-2 on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. If you're enjoying this broadcast, you might enjoy my talk show Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. till noon on 1320 WARA and all over the world at WARAradio.com. Pontificating with Paul on the Proletariat, a radio show and parody of same at times. When the show's good, it's very, very good. Ty, when it's bad, it's utter drivel. But at least it's never average.
It's never boring.
It's ADD radio. We bounce around a lot, which I think is entertaining. Sometimes we fall into ADHD radio, which makes it a little tougher for the audience.
ADH.
And then there is about, once every 3 or 4 weeks, we have a train wreck radio show, but we can overcome that. Ty, I'm looking to my left, and I see a young lady wearing the white Converse All-Star high-cut sneakers.
Yeah.
Which cost about $62 today.
Yeah.
We paid $8 for them when I was in high school. Brady Irwin leads off in the bottom of the 5th. He is struck out looking.
Ooh.
Is that a ball?
Yeah.
As our umpire has to adjust his mask.
It almost hit him.
Oh, sorry. Okay, looked up late. Steve Keith, our home plate umpire. That's foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brady. You can hear that hit our backstop. Hope the camera's still okay.
I didn't flinch.
No, that was too high.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even see it.
I'm leading Ty in baseball. Ty has 3 flinches. I've got 0.
Uh-huh.
Curveball fouled off to the right. In softball, where the backstop is closer, I've got 2 flinches. Kevin Callahan, our color commentator, 0.
So when you get rehabilitated correctly, you're invited to my annual softball game in early October.
Ooh.
At the park.
Wow. How come I was never invited in the past? Fouled back, 1 and 2.
You were never rehabilitated.
That's true. I used to be an athlete. Now we have Mark LaFontaine and 2 North players looking for that last foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brady Irwin, one of the good guys.
A one-hopper.
That's his 3rd 58-foot slider of the day. Brady Paradise, outstanding 3-sport athlete. Well, at least 2 sports, 4 North.
Okay, here's the windup.
Curveball right to the shortstop. Martello across the diamond, sidearm style in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Who invented 90 feet between bases?
Well, they would tell us Abner Doubleday, the Civil War general, but more recent history tells us he didn't invent baseball.
That is the most amazing invention in baseball.
90 feet, yep.
Who figured that out?
I know.
Because it's so true.
I know it's so. In fact, I think girls softball has improved so much. I think the softball field is now too small for the elite high school and college female softball athletes. I'd make that a 65-foot base path. Curveball, called strike. Nice pitch by Paradis to Jacob Betancourt.
You're not Abner Doubleday, though.
No, exactly. He was retired in the bottom of the 2nd inning on a nice catch by Belanger in left. Fouls that off to left. So we know Jacob can use all fields.
So I got a star next to what happened the last time he was up.
Yep, so do
he
I.
flied out the left.
Yep.
Must have been a great catch. Still going the opposite way right now.
Jacob Betancourt. Just missing on a breaking ball. 1 and 2. Where's number 9, which is appropriate for a left-handed batter who can use all fields.
That's a tough pitch to take.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Paradise winds. Fastball up in the zone. 2 and 2 to Jacob.
All right.
Heading to Gordon College. Betancourt had an RBI double against Fian to make it 8-4, the eventual winning score. 3 and 2.
A little high and outside. There hasn't been a leadoff batter walked. 1 walk.
Yep. 6 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. And that might be as hard as he's thrown the ball today.
Yeah.
7th strikeout for Paradise.
All right, Tiny.
Chris McMahon sat next to, I've talked to his father.
Yeah.
Since like 2017 or 18 when their son Nick was a sophomore or junior. Ooh, curveball catches the outside edge, allegedly. 0-1. Talked to his mom, Stacy, for the first time at that game in Quincy a couple of weeks ago and realized, gosh, I like her much better. Outside, 1-1.
Much better than her son and much better
than her husband.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I spent all this time talking to him before games, and I could have been talking to Stacy.
Well, it's so nice of you to tell us.
Called strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I hope they're not listening.
Chris's dad could take it. He knows I'm kidding, allegedly.
No comment.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough pitch to take.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But it was a ball.
Still remember Nick McMahon guarding that great 2019 team. A tremendous drive to the hoop against Brookline in the playoffs.
That was a great team.
Yep. Fastball. Great job by McMahon to stay alive.
If I
and foul it
recall
back 2-2.
that game against Mansfield just before the pandemic hit in the playoffs,
Yeah.
he had 2 foul shots at the end of the game that set us up for a 3-point shot that from 60 feet that almost went in.
That Sissio just missed by that much.
Had to get hit the back rim.
Yeah, exactly. Ball 3. Pitches low. Nice stop by the catcher, Torres. Yeah, Mike Vaughn said he still has nightmares about that shot, the Mansfield coach. I mean, that just missed. Fastball.
Ooh, he took a walk.
Just the second.
That looked close.
Just the second walk allowed by Paradise. So 2 out.
Good
runner
eye.
on first.
Now, what do you do here? Do you use a pinch runner? Do you steal?
He's quicker than he looks.
Yeah.
4-2. North leads. This brings up the leadoff hitter, Antonio Bennett. He's walked, stole a base, scored a run, struck out in a foul tip.
Nice block by the catcher.
Throws down to first, does Torres. Back in time was McMahon. 1-0 is the count to Bennett.
That was a 1-hop fastball that the catcher blocked for North Attleboro.
Yep.
1-0.
Torres, the junior. Slow curveball catches the outside edge. Called strike. 1-1.
Okay.
To the set. Called strike at the top of the zone.
1-2.
What do you have for a pitch count for him?
73.
73 pitches so far by Brady Paradise. Short lead McMahon. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind picks up again a little bit, blowing out to left. McMahon is going.
He's going.
Curveball in the dirt. Here's the throw. Safe.
Whoa, he is faster than you look.
Ball 3. It's 3-2 and a stolen base for
Big
Chris McMahon,
steal.
a.k.a. Tiny.
He can move. Here comes the big pitch.
Full count. There's a shot to center field. Coming in on the run. Making the catch is Brusso. Line out to left field. So for the Bombardiers, no runs, no hits. They have 3 in the game. 1 runner left on base. They've only left 2 runners on base all game. And after 5 full, North Attleboro 4, Attleboro 2 on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Tyler Dunley back out the mound here in the top of the 6th. He's thrown 86 pitches so far. Attleboro had a warming up. Oh, Nick Daly, senior Nick Daly was warming up. Nick's pitched effectively this year as well. Again, most pitchers have when your record is 9-3 overall. Yeah, Miles Murray had the win against Foxborough. Yeah, Nick Daly earned the win in one of Attleboro's biggest rivalry wins of the season against Bishop Fee, 8-4 in that game. He gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts in 4 1/3. But Tyler Dunley is still out there.
Yeah, he's still out.
Yep. Here in the top of the 6th, he'll face the number 9, 1, and 2 batters, Dylan Brousseau has walked and was stranded at second, has grounded out to third in the fourth inning. Here we are on the top of the sixth.
All right, coming into the plate. Here we go.
Hey, Ryan Dolinger, our former color commentator, is listening, and former pitcher at King's University in Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh.
He commented on that last triple that was hit. What was that first pitch to Brousseau? There's a strike. 0-2. Thank you. See, I was behind the play. That won't surprise Ryan Dolinger.
Yeah, that was a good fastball.
As our football and basketball
go.
color commentator for a few years. Fastball up the middle.
Whoa,
Diving
he got it.
stop by Kolcheski. Throw is high.
No.
We're calling that an infield hit.
Oh, yeah, that was clearly an infield
That is
hit.
the sixth hit of the game for North. Second infield variety. Good speed by Brousseau.
And on that throw, you might notice that our first baseman, Brady Irwin, came off the bag and snagged it.
Yes.
Or that would be, the runner would have made it to second without that happening.
And I think that's going to be it for Tyler. That's it.
Yep.
Outstanding effort. So he threw 89 pitches. And now coming in is number 7 for the Bombardiers, which is Nick Daly, or as we've called him before, Nick Daly, as the hard-throwing left-hander put some vocal verbalizations behind his efforts. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports. Thanks for tuning in, Ryan. Ryan was a Division II outstanding pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And he's back working in the athletic department at King's University, which is why you're sitting next to me, Ty. We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. We were just saying wonderful things about our former color commentator, Ryan Dolinger. It's not all good news, though, Ty.
Really?
Yes, he is a NASCAR fan. We have to forgive him for that. Hey, Jeb, here comes another left-hand turn. Only 1,223 to go.
And he's country and western, too, right? Lives in
I think
Tennessee.
more Western than country. I'm not sure.
Oh, all right.
All right, Daly is all warmed up. He'll face the top of the order for North. Gio Martello is grounded back to the pitcher, flown out to center and grounded out to short. Again, Martello last year hit .315, 19 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run, .420 on base percentage. Knocked in 9. You don't want Martello getting on base, as he successfully stole 12 bases last season. North Attleboro ranked 4th in the Hockomock League by HockomockSports.com. Attleboro ranked 3rd. Defending state champion Taunton and 11-1. King Philip are 1-2. First pitch, curveballs, nice stop by Bennett. Ball 1. Martello playing shortstop today. He's also a top pitcher for North. Last season allowed just 32 hits in 42 innings pitched. Pop to the right. Will Brady Irwin have room? He does.
He does.
Makes the catch.
Nice catch. FF3.
1 out. Runner stays at first. This brings up Brady Paradise, the starting pitcher. Popped up to third, then a second time up in the second. He hit the ball too darn hard, and it carried all the way to center fielder Betancourt for the out. Had a base hit to right field and scored in the 5th inning. Runner is going.
Yeah.
Called strike in the inside corner. Stolen base. So again, good speed by Dylan Brousseau, the 3-sport athlete. He was part of that Super Bowl winning North Attleboro football team last fall.
That's the 3rd steal of the day for North Attleboro.
That was a huge win for North over Mansfield, an all Hockomock League battle.
Swing and miss.
Great breaking ball from the left-hander Daly. 0-2.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball.
Up.
Sidearm.
The young lady who was enjoying playing in the dirt in the North bullpen has had to vacate as the North pitcher is warming up.
Oh.
Daly's ready. Nice stop by Bennett again in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Warming up for North is number 10, Dylan Waterhouse. Last year, Waterhouse in 32-plus innings pitched, over 9 appearances, had a 4-2 record. So one of North's best is ready to come in and try to protect this 4-2 lead. 1-2 is the count to Brady Paradise.
Here we go. Oh, runner goes back to second.
Got another text from Ryan, which we'll get to in a second.
Here we go again.
Lefty fires,
Curve.
breaking ball, hit slowly, fielded by Irwin. Tosses to
Whoa,
Daly.
that's close.
Just in time.
That was close.
Moving on to third base is Brousseau.
It's what they call a 3-1 play, but very close.
And they're lucky.
Pitcher covering.
And they are lucky that Brousseau didn't turn and wheel for home. They might have been caught off guard. So 2 outs now. And the number 3 batter, Lucas Crovo. It's walked and stole a base, struck out looking, grounded out to short.
Beautiful slow curve.
Looks at call strike 1 on the slow curve. Outstanding football player for North. Just a bit high, 1 ball, 1 strike. What? Watching with my mom, Lynn, and my baby nephew, Bennett. Go Bombardiers. Miss you all, Paul. That's from Ryan Dolinger. Ball high, 2-1.
Yeah.
His mom, Lynn, used to tune into our broadcast. Hello, Lynn. And Ryan truly is one of the good guys. Outstanding competitor.
Another beautiful curve, outside corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He's also a gentleman, to which I credit his mother, Lynn. But still, there's this whole NASCAR thing. I don't know.
Well,
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third. North leads 4-2. Fastball, swing and a miss.
That he set him up beautifully for
That
the
had
fastball.
some hop, and that pitch
yeah.
rose.
Yeah, they didn't even know he had that fastball.
Daly comes in, generates a foul out. That ground ball to first base, and then a swing and a miss strikeout to retire the side. 1 hit for North. They now have 6 in the game. Another runner left on. They now have 8 runners left on in the game. North leads 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy here, along with Ty Waterman, Peter Bray running our graphics, and Jim Jones is our engineer in charge.
Did you have an email from our friend in Tennessee?
Text.
Another one?
A text.
You got a text.
Yes.
Emails are a thing of the past. Okay. go
I
ahead.
still use emails, but then again, I still use a flip phone. my wife keeps saying, you keep complaining about that phone. Why don't you get a smartphone? And I say, because I'd have one less thing to complain about.
That's right.
I'm a radio talk show host. If you don't have something to complain about, what is there to talk about? What, you expect me to bring up positive subjects? Please, people.
I loved my flip phone.
Yeah, you finally had to give it up, right?
My daughter replaced it with an old Apple while I was sleeping.
Oh. Consumer Cellular?
Yeah, well, it's a long story.
Aiden Landers is up, the second baseman. Yep.
She felt sorry for me.
And then she felt worse for you when you had to figure out how to use the smartphone. Curveball, strike one from Paradis.
She gave me 3 pages of written instructions as I flew back to. She lives in California.
Brady Paradise, that's his 77th pitch of the day. Bottom of the 6th, that's high.
All right, this
one
is a
ball,
big
one
inning.
strike. Landers is struck out looking, struck out swinging. And now he's up here for the 3rd time.
We need him on.
In the bottom of the 6th.
This is a big inning.
Curveball,
You gotta
slowly hit.
Whoa.
Paradise has it. Throws to
1 to
first.
3. Pitcher to first.
1 up, 1 down. This brings up Mikey Huntington.
Well, I won't try to jinx him.
He had a triple. Yep.
And I'm not going to jinx him.
Triple, you let me do that. Triple to right center in the 1st inning for an RBI. Triple to left center in the 4th inning, and he scored Attleboro's 2nd run. Hit .422 last year to lead the Hawk. Ball 1, high and outside. As we say in football, he played oodles of different positions on both sides of the ball for Coach Winter.
So if you're pitching and you're facing a guy who's tripled off you twice, what do?
I'm very careful like he has been here. But now it's 2-0. Here's the big pitch, 3-0. Will he challenge him? Or with a 2-run lead, will he stay? Fastball catches the inside edge, 2-1.
He did challenge him.
Yep.
Yes, he did. Will he challenge him twice?
Called strike, breaking pitch on the outside edge. So he got him on the inside corner, then the outside corner. 2-2 for Mikey Huntington.
Big pitch.
Yep. Senior winds. High, 3-2.
It's above the shoulders.
Trying to get Mikey to chase, and Mikey knows the strike zone. 27 hits last year, 3 doubles. Had a hit in 17 of their 21 games.
Oh, curveball. Oh, he's jumping up and down. He doesn't believe it.
Mega ooh.
He can't believe it.
Ooh, that's our first official ooh of the game. That barely reached the plate. That ball barely reached the plate, and it's strike 3. Wow. Wow. Again, you got to protect with 2 strikes, but that ball barely reached home plate.
It was a curveball on the inside corner, I guess.
That was his 8th strikeout of the game for Paradise. Jeremy O'Hara's up. He's struck out looking and had an RBI double to left center field in the 4th. Ground ball. Nice play by Silva, a good 3rd baseman. Across the diamond in time. He's safe.
He's safe. He jumped over the tag. He had the glove out to tag him.
The
And
through.
he skipped over the glove.
The throw draws Charette off the bag. And again, you're right, O'Hara jumps over the tag. So that's out North's first error of the game. We're going to give that an E5. And that gives Attleboro life. So 2 outs, runner on first, and Mason Kolcheski's up.
So the first baseman had to come off the bag, in front of the bag, and stick his glove on the ground. And he jumped over the glove.
Fastball high to Mason. Ball 1. Yep.
This is a big at bat.
Curveball just misses up 2-0. Mason's freshman, sophomore year at Bishop Hendricken in Rhode Island. The Attleboro resident came home last year. He's glad he did, and boy, is Coach Steve Dunley.
Ball
3-0, ball 3 up.
Yeah, he's pitching a little too high right now.
Number 13 now warming up for North. Get that, number 2nd. Oh, that's Jake Ronci. Fastball called strike 3-1.
You're not supposed to take the bat off your shoulder in a 3-0. Right down the pike. But you swing at this one if it's right down the pike.
3-1, runner on first. Fastball, fouled back,
And
full count.
He swung.
So Jake Ronci was warming up as well. Now he's taking a seat.
3-2. The runner's got to be off on this pitch. 2 outs, 3-2. Get a good lead.
Full count.
He's off.
Runner's going. Breaking ball.
In the dirt.
Nice stop by
Ball 4.
the catcher, Therese. 2 runners on.
Now, yeah, it's his 3rd walk of the game.
Yep. Against 8 strikeouts. And here comes Coach Mike Hart, North Attleboro grad and Bridgewater grad. And Brady Paradise looks disappointed. He should be incredibly proud of himself. We also didn't mention how effective he was at the plate last year. Last year, Brady Paradise hit .348 with a team-high 24 hits, 6 doubles, and 2 triples.
That's why he's in the lineup.
Yep.
1 for 4 today, and he scored a run.
When he doesn't pitch, he plays center field. So who's in now? This is number 13 in, which is Jake Ronci, and Jake is a sophomore. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back. We want to thank all of our underwriters, W.H. Riley & Son, Claudino's Auto Body, Bristol Glass, not to be confused with Bristol Raceway in Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah, I was worried about
Yeah.
that.
Falls AC. The Betting Center on Route 123. Barrows Insurance. Thank you, Jay Barrows, 3rd generation family insurance agency here in the city. And LJ's Car Wash just over the line on Route 123 in Norton. Ryan Dolinger writes back, taking a good spirit by giving him a hard time about NASCAR. I'll get you down south for a race, Paul. I'll change your world, my friend. Pardon me? Yeah. Up for the Bombardiers, Kellen Jones, football captain, looks at strike 1. He's ground out to third base and then ground into the typical 5-3-5 double play in the 4th inning. Looks at strike 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Kellen had the 2 RBI game-winning single yesterday.
Ooh, just missed the corner.
Fastball, yep.
2-1.
Fastball from Ronci. Just a sophomore. Right-hander. Whoops.
Foul ball.
Fouled it off. As I'm writing things on the wrong columns. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kellen.
And into the backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's chasing it.
Mr. Blue Pride, Mark LaFontaine. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. 2 on, 2 out.
High. Full
Just
count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, is it 2-2?
Peter, 2-2? Yep. Thank
Sorry,
you.
my fault.
Ty, you leave the mistakes to me, please. The audience is expecting that.
I might flinch if you're not careful.
Ball high. Now it's a full count.
Yes.
Here's the Attleboro dugout.
Oh, the bases. All right.
Outfield playing
Runners
straight
have
away.
to go.
Just misses inside.
Oh!
And suddenly his base is loaded.
That was close.
And coming up for the Bombardiers is Brady Irwin, a basketball and baseball captain, has struck out swinging on a full count and ground out to short.
So I think it's fair to say that this is the most important bat of the evening.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Coming into run number 13 for the Bombardiers, who's not on my program. Is he up here? That's Isaiah Macon. And he's running for Jones. So this is a pinch runner, but Jones can be reinserted.
Tying run at second, lead run on first. Strike one.
Isaiah
Fastball.
Macon, strike one, fastball, thank you. So again, Irwin has struck out swinging and grounded out to short. Breaking ball,
he hit it!
hit into
He
left
hit
center
it!
field, down for a base hit, one run is in. Here comes the throw to the plate, the tying run scores! Down to second, back in time is Macon.
What a hit. Line drive. What that? One hop, the center fielder grabbed it.
2 RBIs to tie this game for Brady Irwin on a base hit. First guard off the bench for a dynamite basketball team in the winter. And there's a clutch play you expect from one of your captains. Line shot, scoring were O'Hara and Kolcheski. 4-4, bottom of the 6th.
All the runs are unearned.
In this inning.
Because of a two. Well, that would have been.
Yeah.
In this inning.
Yep. So 2 are there. So each team has 4 runs. Each team has 2 earned runs. Fouled back by Jacob Betancourt, who is lined out on a nice catch by the left fielder and struck out.
Lead run on at second base.
Yep. In the form of Macon. Ball, 1 strike.
Huge at bat.
Whoa, pitch is behind him. Runners will advance on a wild pitch. So now the lead run 90 feet away. And again, Attleboro had the lead run 90 feet away in their last loss of their second loss of the season, that 4-3 loss to Franklin. When in the bottom of the 7th, they had the tying run at third. Fastball fouled back by Betancourt. 2-2. Yep, thank you.
Lead run on
Whoops.
third base.
Have to get another baseball from the Attleboro bench. Coach Dunley's assistant coaches, Bob Westwater, Dave Seavey.
Wasn't that a big hit by Brady?
Yes.
Whoa.
Troy Van Vliet, Casey Grandy, and Jared Tinkham. Norse assistants are Andrew Filipkowski, Jake Palmer, Scott Lockwood, John Purdom. They can overcome that. JT Mooney and Al Foster. And now we got a runner for Irwin. This is number 12 coming in, Ben Lally.
Yeah. They're all slapping Brady's hand. He's getting a break for a second. Getting pinch run for second base.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Fastball.
Oh, it's a little
slowly
dribbler.
hit to the shortstop.
Little dribbler.
In comes Martello across the diamond in time. So we're tied as we head to the top of the 7th inning for the Bombardiers. 2 more runs to tie it at 4. And just 1 base hit that inning. They have 4 hits in the game, so 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 North error. Attleboro's left 4 runners on base. 2 of their 4 runs are earned. We head to the top of the 7th inning, tied at 4.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Ty, guess what that dead air means? We're back.
We're back.
Paul Healy, Ty Waterman with you. Ty, what's the name of the book you wrote about the world champion 1918 Boston Red Sox?
The year the Red Sox won the series.
And can you get that on
Amazon.
Amazon?
Amazon.
Oh, well.
They bought up all my remaining books. and tell you that there's one left if you try to get it.
So this game on Thursday, was the city council meeting on last night, or?
No, we had a week off.
Oh, okay.
Twice a year we have a fifth Tuesday, which we get off.
Nick Daly is back out on the mound for the Bombardiers. Senior left-hander. Again, Bennett is catching, McMahon at third, Kolcheski at short, Landers at second. Irwin is re-entered at first. Kellen Jones has re-entered in left, Betancourt in center, and Huntington in right.
So I compute Michael Huntington as the fourth batter in the bottom of the seventh. We'll see what happens.
For North, it'll be their 4, 5, 6 batters. Nick Torres, the junior catcher, has walked, doubled, and lined out to right field. And here we are on the top of the seventh. He'll be followed by Silva and Belanger. Slow curve call,
Nice
strike
pitch
from Daly.
Torres has doubled and walked and lined out. Lined to right.
Second curve, grounded to Chris Tiny McMahon at third. Gets it back to the pitcher, foul. 0-2. Daly's ahead in the count. And we're not hearing the grunt today from Daly.
No, he's...
Maybe because it's warmer. Those last two games we did, it was so darn cold.
Maybe. Yes,
there it is.
I heard it.
Fouls that off to the right. Count remains.
Did he hear us?
I was going to say, maybe he heard us.
You don't think it's connected with a certain pitch that he throws, do you?
Yeah, really.
I'm not going to tell you what.
You mean the heater?
Well, no, we're not going to tell you.
Just misses low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There goes my theory. That was a curveball, and the other one was a fastball.
We should ask Ryan's mother, Lynn, if he ever did that when he pitched. Ground ball, McMahon.
Oh, come on.
Drops
Get
it,
the throw
picks it
over
up,
there.
Fires a bullet across
Nice
the diamond.
pickup by Brady.
In time.
Wow. Did you see how far he stretched to get
Yes.
that? Just above the ground.
I didn't know Brady was that flexible.
Well,
Yep.
not sure he knows.
Bryce Silva has struck out looking, walked him and stranded at second, and had an RBI double to knock in North's third run to left field. Looks at ball 1 high from Daly. The lefty against the righty here. Curve ball.
Beautiful. Slow curve. I
1
loved
ball, 1 strike.
it. Could have swung twice before it got to him.
Yep. Okay, now that pitch was a foot higher than the called strike 3 against Huntington. Oh, well.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Nice
I will
pitch.
say, overall, Steve Keefe at home plate and Stan McCary have done an outstanding job today.
Well,
And again, there's not a home plate umpire in the history of the world who's gotten every single call right throughout an entire game. You're calling over 300 pitches. So there was a call I disagreed with, but overall, they've done a fine job. 3-2 is the count.
It was a marginal call. Could have gone either way, really.
No, not that one.
Well,
No. Full count to Bryce Silva. Another multi-sport athlete for North. Fastball, call strike 3.
He called that one.
2 outs. And that's the second strikeout
All right, so
for Nick Daly.
Nick Daly.
This brings up Evan Belanger. Ground ball foul towards the third base coach. Knocks it down with 1 hand.
I think his grunts tend to be a little softer today, but they're there.
Yeah. Belanger reached on an infield hit in the top of the second inning, leading off the top of the second. Scored a run. Was a victim of outstanding play by Kolcheski at shortstop. Ground ball two. Kolseski has to move far to his right. Long throw. Out.
Out
In
at first.
time.
That was close. Big stretch by Brady Irwin. Beautiful throw.
Kolseski was playing near second base, had
was-
to range far to his right
Yeah.
to field that ball.
It
and
was a
threw
great play.
A bullet across the diamond just to finish it. Blanchard had an infield hit and scored, grounded out to short.
Let's give a couple stars.
Yes, absolutely. Had a base hit to drive in North's fourth run, and then grounds out to Kolseski at third base. So we are tied at 4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning on a beautiful spring day here in Attleboro. Just their third game in this brand new grass field on the campus of Attleboro High School. Don't go away.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Told him
Welcome
that,
back to AACS. Ronci is now in at second base.
Ronci?
Yep.
It's not number 8, huh?
Nope. So he goes from the mound to second base. Tatro goes to third base, so he moves from second base to third base. Yep. And Ronci. So Ronci, is hitting in the number 2 spot for Paradise. Chris McMahon looks at the second pitch. That's a strike. What was the first pitch? It's 0-2 to Chris. Chris has struck out looking, walked, and stole a base. Played very well defensively at third. That pitch just a bit low and inside. 1-2 to Chris McMahon. Who spent a lot of time in his youth watching his big brothers play sports here.
Yeah, he did.
He's also an outstanding golfer, I think. Fastball, swing and a miss. So the pitcher is number 8. I put it on the wrong side. So Tatro moved from second base to the mound. Evan Tatro. And he gets a strikeout. Pitches low to leadoff batter Antonio Bennett, the catcher. Ball 1. Yes, you heard that right. A catcher hitting leadoff. Called strike, 1-1.
Tough spot for a relief pitcher.
Yeah. Fastball looped into short right. Second baseman's there. Doesn't make the outfield. Catch is made by Ronci. 2 up, 2 down, and we're 1 out away from extra innings. Won't that thrill the lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlins? I only have a 35-mile drive after this. No biggie. Oh, that's... Aiden Landers is up, the number 2 batting second baseman, who struck out looking, struck out swinging, and grounded back to the pitcher, which is Latin for he's due. Breaking ball outside, 1-0 to Aiden. He's played some outstanding second base. Yep. What are we looking at?
Are you sure this is Landers?
Oh, good point. That's number 6. That's Jared Santos Fuentes pinch hitting. Thank you, Ty. Jared Santos Fuentes pinch hitting.
He popped a second and 3 outs.
So 3 up, 3 down for the Bombardiers.
That was quick.
And Santos Fuentes. Oh, where's that game? We had an outstanding game. Anyway, we're going to get to a break. We'll get to that later. We head into extra innings now, tied at 4. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Bombardiers as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Overall, North Attleboro has 4 runs on 6 hits. They've left 8 on base. 2 of their runs are earned. Attleboro's committed 3 errors. Attleboro has 4 runs on 4 hits. 1 North error. Attleboro's left 4 on base. 2 of their 4 runs are earned. We'll be back on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and the AACS YouTube channel. Aiden Landers has re-entered at second base. And again, the re-entry rule, it's good because it gives more players to get off the bench and get involved in the game.
I like it.
God, I wish they had it when I played. But it's amazing. Kevin Callahan was pointed out, some of the college coaches, you get kids who pitched and caught in high school when they're always using courtesy runners. They get to the college level.
Yeah.
They haven't run the bases since Little League, and they're a little bit inefficient or inept at it.
Interesting.
Oh, there's the lovely Carol McLaughlin calling me. But the game's into extra innings, dear. I'll call you when it's over.
We got a phone call
Okay.
happening right now,
Yes.
fans.
Oh, Carol's watching at home. You know what that means? Something boring must be on MSNBC. No, I'm sorry. Or the cooking channels.
No, what's for dinner, Paul?
Curveball is up high from Daly to Jimmy Charette, the freshman first baseman called up from the JVs earlier this year. Had a sacrifice bunt where he reached on an error and scored, and the second is flown out to center and been hit by a pitch. What's the count, Peter? 0-2. 2-0, thank you.
2-0, 2-0.
Nick Daly, the left-hander pitching. Fastball, called strike
2-1.
at the upper part of the zone. There we go. Lefty winds. Called
Right down the
strike.
pike.
Oh, inside, I guess. 3-1.
That looked right down the pike.
3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball on the outside, on the handle, on the hands, fouled off into the backstop.
Full count now.
Peter, you didn't flinch on that, did you? No? Okay.
That
3-2.
That was non-flinchable.
Right.
They have to land right about here.
Exactly.
Right in front of me.
Full count. Leadoff batter, top of the 8th for North. Fastball.
A big grunt.
Fouled up.
Oh, boy.
Making
What
the
a
catch,
catch!
is Bennett.
Oh, my foul catch by our catcher.
How rarely do you put a
Great.
star next to a foul pop-up caught by Bennett, the catcher?
He's heading towards the screen, running full bore, and he caught it.
And the wind's blowing out to the left. Took that at the last minute. Made the catch extended. This brings up Evan Tatro.
How many stars are you going to give that catch? I'm
You going to give that 2?
I'm going to give it 4.
Hit to second base. Landers back in a second. Slips
he
and
fell
falls.
down. Oh.
And again, on the turf field, that's not happening, but the new grass and dirt field here. And that's going to be unfortunate E4. Tatro had struck out looking, grounded back to the pitcher. Fouled out on a great catch by Mike Huntington in right field, just in foul territory. Now reaches on an error. This brings up Dylan Brusso, who has walked, grounded out to third, and had an infield hit. Pickoff attempt back in time. And again, Tatro's now pitching, but He don't need no courtesy runner. Daly, the lefty, back to first again.
He's holding the runner tight. It helps when you're a lefty.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask me about my pickoff motions.
Runner is going, pitches up high, ball one hop throw in time.
He got him on one hop throw. Perfect. Well, he didn't fall down that time
Nope.
at second.
Fastball high, caught stealing.
Big. You know,
2-4. Ball one to the batter. Perfect pitch to throw on high fastball.
Antonio Bennett has been a star
Yes.
catcher in this inning. I just got to give it to him. 4 stars.
Called strike on the outside edge. 1-1 sound right, Peter? Thank you. 2 down now. Number 9 batters up. Again, infield hit last time up. Big curveball, lofted
Right
towards
field.
Huntington in right. Fair ball. Mikey makes the catch.
Okay, 3 up, 3 down, sort of.
And yes, really. And we head to the bottom of the 8th for North Attleboro. 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 Attleboro errors, 8 North runners left on base. 2 of the runs are earned. We're tied at 4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
And Huntington leads off.
Wow. Pardon me? 4 errors on Attleboro. Thank you. We'll be right back.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. This game is scheduled to start at 3:45. Started closer to 3:53. So we've been at this for just over 2 hours. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the defending batting champion in the Hockomock League will lead off for Attleboro. Mikey Huntington, triple to right center in the first for an RBI. Triple to left center in the 4th and scored a run. Struck out looking on one of the few poor calls of the entire night by an outstanding umpiring crew. Steve Keefe from home plate and Stan McGarry on the bases.
Well,
I got to be honest, I got to point out when I disagree with the call, but overall they've been
Mike
very good.
Huntington jumped about 3 feet in the air on that call, but he kept his mouth closed.
Yep. Fastball up high, 1-0. Again, the pitcher now is Tatro, who started at second base. Ronsi's now at second.
High.
No, I'm sorry. This is number 6 pitching now.
Just a little high.
Oh, number 8. Okay, yep.
It's 2-0 now, I think.
So Bryce Silva is pitching. So it's Bryce Silva. I said Evan Tatro before. He went to third. Bryce Silva is pitching.
Well, number 8 up here on the roster.
Yep.
That's,
That's his position in the lineup.
oh,
number
I'm
12.
sorry. Walk first.
All right, we're back with you, folks. So Bryce Silva, who started at third base, is pitching. Runcie went to second. Tatro moved to third. And so that means Runcie is hitting in the second spot in the lineup. So the winning run is on first base, Mike Huntington. He had 13 stolen bases in 14 attempts last year.
Oh, watch it. He's going to be going.
High
I think.
fastball, swing and a miss by Jeremy O'Hara, who struck out looking, had a double to left center field in the second, reached on an error and scored in the 6th.
He's getting an extra step off the bag.
Huntington
Here he goes.
Fastball. Huntington steals the base, and he's in scoring position.
He looked almost faster than the throwdown.
Yeah. I believe that was the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count.
He took an extra step and a half just as the pitch was being delivered. And that was it.
Yeah.
That makes getting that lead is an art form.
So Silva pitching. Fastball fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, on this situation, I think you got to go up the middle or to right field and get that runner to third.
Yeah.
You don't want to ground out to short or third.
And bunt's now out of the question.
So you got to get that runner over.
Silva to the set. Curveball, swing and a miss. Took something off that. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch.
Well,
1 out. This brings up Mason Kolseski. Grounded out to third on a nice play by Silva, who's now pitching. Grounded out to third again in the 4th. Walked and scored the 4th and tying run in the bottom of the 6th. And they're going to intentionally walk him.
really.
So this brings up, is this Kellen Jones? Yes, it is.
And other than Huntington, I think the clutch hitter in our team is on deck, and Brady Irwin. So
Kellen
we'll see.
Jones swings and misses. Strike 1. He had the game-winning 2 RBI base hit yesterday in the 2-0 victory against Sharon. 2-sport captain. Grounded out to third twice. Slow roll it to short. Cut off by the third baseman. Not in time.
Got him here.
Ball gets away.
The run.
Huntington trots home. Attleboro wins. 5-4. Are we calling that an infield hit, an error, or just a...
Well, it was probably going to be an infield hit, but it bounced past the first baseman, so that's what allowed the run to
So
score.
it's an unearned run, but the Bombardiers win. So I guess we can put down an infield hit.
I would
was
call
a slow
it an
roller,
infield hit and an
and then an E5 on the throw.
E5, yeah.
So
What a
Attleboro
comeback.
ends with 5 runs, 2 of them earned. 5 hits, 2 North errors. Attleboro left 4 runners on base, so 5 runs on 5 hits. 4 men left on base. 2 of the 5 runs are earned. North committed 2 errors. At the plate, North Attleboro scored 4 runs on 6 hits. They left 8 on base. 2 of their 4 runs were earned. Attleboro committed 4 errors. And the Bombardiers win an exciting afternoon of high school baseball. They move to 10-3 on the season. I've been calling games here since 2015. I don't think they've ever been 10-3 in that time.
So here's my question
Hold on,
for
North
you.
drops to 7-5. Yep.
Do you think this is the biggest win of the year?
I think from this point on, every win is the biggest win of the year.
Well, this is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been an outstanding, whoops, well, half my paperwork just blew away. But a big comeback win for the Bombardiers. And again, that was their first lead of the game. And it happened on the last play of the game. So earlier this week in softball, the Bombardiers won a game against Foxborough where their first lead came in the bottom of the 7th. And now the baseball team wins when their first lead came in the bottom of the 8th. Mikey Huntington scores the winning run. He had 2 runs scored today. A walk, a strikeout, 2 triples, and an RBI. I guess he's got to be our offensive player of the game. Tyler Dunley battled on the mound today. He had 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, and also hit a batter. Nick Daly came in and did an outstanding job in relief, and he gets the win.
3.
Another win.
9 batters up, with an exception of an error, 9 batters down.
Wow. So, yeah, Nick Daly faced 10 batters, got 9 of them out. The other reached on an error. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman. Again, the Bombardiers move to 10-3 on the season, 7-2 in the Hockomock League. North is 5-4 in the league now, 7-5 overall. We wish Mike Hart and the Red Rocketeers the best of luck going forward. Attleboro Blue Bombardiers came into this game ranked 7th in the state by the MIAA power ratings in Division I. That can only go up.
And North Attleboro was in the around 4th or 5th in Division II.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, I'm Paul Healy. Ty Waterman, thank you so much. Peter Bray ran our graphics. Great job, Peter. Jim Jones was our engineer in charge. Thanks most of all to the most important part of this equation, you, the fans, for joining us today on AACS 15 Sports. Don't forget to tell your friends.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency.